Hello, GameMakerMan here with another tutorial. So, this tutorial is called External In-Game Loading, and basically what that means is instead of the initial loading with the loading bar, and then the game starts, it'll load certain things in the game, and that way it just makes loading for everything a lot faster. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing you want to do before you do anything, if you're going to have a game with external in-game loading, is to save it. I'll just save mine. No, desktop, and I'll create a new folder and call it external loading tutorial, and just call it, I don't know, game. Whoops. Okay. So we'll go here to the desktop. I know you can't see everything, but alright. Here it is, and what we'll do is we'll put the files that we want the game to load in the folder. Now, GameMaker can only load certain things in-game, and so these things would be like sound files and image files, which have to be in the folder with your game. And there they are: game, picture, sound. So yeah, okay. And now that we've got this in a folder with the files, all I'm going to do is add an object. I'm going to call it load. And I will make a room and put object load in this room and make the background black so we can distinguish this room from this room. And for this tutorial purposes, I'm going to purposely not put any sprites or backgrounds or sounds, just so you see that when in the game, when they show up, that there is no sprite, sound, or background with that, and the external loading has worked. So what I'm going to do on the load is create alarm 0 equals to 1, alarm 0, and the reason I did this was because when you have an object that loads something, you want it to load one step after it's created. That way the room can initialize and you can actually see its background if you want the background of the room that loads to be, say, the game is loading or something like that. Otherwise the screen will just be black. So you wanted to give it at least just one step before you start your loading. And then all you will do is say you'll have to give it a variable, a global variable. I guess it doesn't have to be global, but it's better that way. So I'm just going to say global.sound is equal to sound add, I believe it is sound.wave. And these zeros are just the type of sound, and the preload, I'm not going to really go over that. You can look at it in GameMaker help file for that. And to get there, you just click this question mark. And then for the background, I'm going to say global.image is equal to, or not sound, sprite add, and then I'm going to say image dot, I think it was bitmap. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check on that. And yeah, okay, this is these aren't the same as the sound. So on sprite add image number, I'm going to say 0. And I'm looking at this to see what I put here, by the way. Alright, I think I can just have those as all zeros. Oh, yeah, wrong number of arguments. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, wave bitmap. I'm just gonna make sure on that. It was wave and it was a bitmap. Okay, I was right. Yeah, okay. And now that it's loaded and the actual resource, the sound and the sprite, is this variable now. And then right after that, we're going to tell it to go to the next room. Now it'll transition if we want. Just, I don't know, whatever. Right from left. So then on room 1, I'm going to create another object. And on create, I'm going to say sound loop global.sound and sprite index is equal to global.image. And we'll put this in the middle of the room, right about there. So I'm pretty sure I did this right. Let's test it out. Alright. Well, for some reason the image isn't showing up, but the sound is playing. I can't hear it right now, but hold on a second. That is just the sound of broken glass. That's the sound file that it was. And the cool thing is, see, there is no sound here. I'm not sure what went wrong on the object, the sprite add thing, but things like this will happen sometimes, and you'll just have to look up what to do in GameMaker help file. Alright, here we go. Is the image file name? Okay, I think I know what happened here. Whoops. What I did wrong was on the image number I put 0, and I think you're supposed to put 1 just for a single image. Yeah, it's still not working. But that was a good lesson. If you ever really can't figure anything out, either look it up in my tutorials, or a good resource is also the help file on GameMaker. So yeah, I will have, and I do have, lots of tutorials for GameMaker. Please subscribe for more of them. Okay. This is a few minutes after I just finished the video, and I partially figured out the problem. I did this really fast. I feel really stupid. Most of you probably noticed this, but the file is called picture.bitmap, and I kept saying image.bitmap, and I changed it to picture though. So that was part of the problem. I don't know why this still doesn't work, but I partially resolved it by just doing this. It pretty much does the same thing. And see, it draws the image there. It's playing the sound. And there is no images or sounds anywhere in this file, so thanks for watching.